So it has just been announced that the first Star Wars spin-off film will be releasing on December 16th, 2016, and will be directed by Gareth Edwards and will be written by Gary Whitta. And of course, despite my excitement with regards to this film, I do have my apprehensions towards it as well. First of all, I can completely understand that some fans would be very excited considering the fact that they only have to wait 1 year after Star Wars Episode VII for another film in that universe. Secondly, the director for this project is Gareth Edwards, who directed a film called Monsters that was released in 2010 that received a great amount of acclaim, and Godzilla that he directed that released just a few weeks earlier. In fact, to me, while I certainly enjoyed the film, though I had my issues with it, I thought that from a directing standpoint, Gareth Edwards managed to do a fantastic job in handling the scope and scale of the film, as well as creating what I believe is a very realistic world. And the entire concept of world creation is something very important for a Star Wars film. Furthermore, the writer Gary Whitta, while he has done some episodes of Star Trek Voyager, he was the screenwriter, in fact the primary screenwriter for After Earth, making me a tidbit apprehensive about this project. He has certainly undertaken and written great projects, but at the same time his most recent ones don't seem to live up to his older creations. But really my issue with this is the fact that the Star Wars spin-offs are actually happening. Now, I'm not what some might call a purist, if you will, in the sense that I would be happy and I would completely take all these words back if the spin-off is good, and I would accept it as a great part of the franchise, but without knowing anything about it at this current point in time, all I can really say is that Star Wars, it's a different kind of universe, something that doesn't necessarily warrant spin-off films. It tells a completely beautiful, linear storyline, in fact something that doesn't even use the tropes of flashbacks or slow motion, and it's a very differently told story, and something that I believe doesn't necessarily need to have spin-off films, and I'm not sure as to how they would fit in to this entire universe. Because to date, the Star Wars story has been one gigantically straight line, but to add branches to that doesn't seem to fit. It is a risky decision, but if it pays off, I will certainly be there to enjoy it. And to theorize as to who the spin-off would be about, or at least who the main characters would be in the particular spin-off, is actually kind of a silly thing in the sense that there are so many characters that already exist in the universe, and so many characters that they can introduce or may want to introduce to the spin-off. But to me, I guess the most likely one is the one that people are most demanding, that is Boba Fett. That is a likely shot in terms of the spin-off, and I'd be happy to see a Boba Fett spin-off film, to say the least. It's also interesting to see how Disney is handling their release dates, where I think now they're going to focus the months of May and maybe even July more so on the Marvel universe, and the month of December, or at least the fall, on the Star Wars universe. Despite my issues, I'm still going to look forward to this and every bit of news that comes out about it, and I certainly cannot wait for the future of Star Wars.